what you're going to see is that Steve Bannon is going to become a football right now in the presidential election, at least for the next few weeks, unless something else pops up in the news cycle. The indictment looks really strong. You don't get weak indictments out of the Southern District of New York. And if you just look what's out there on front that the U.S. Attorney put on the page there, it's pretty astounding. So this is not about politics, it's about fraud. If you look at the indictment, what you see is that Bannon and Baldolado with this organization promised the investors or promised the contributors to this organization that every penny would go to building the wall with Mexico. And in fact, they consistently defrauded those contributors. The head of the organization took $350,000. Bannon himself took $1 million. They engaged in a variety of activities to cover this up. Perhaps what's most damning is even after they found out about the existence of the investigation, they took extra efforts to cover it up. And so, you know, it's as we say, right, it's a cover up that's going to get you caught. This is going to create a situation where Donald Trump is going to accuse the U.S. Attorney of the Southern District of New York of playing politics, right, of indicting one of his chief advisors and other people around him that were close around him. The U.S. Attorney will come back and say, here are the facts. I'm just laying this out. I think that the Democrats will stay silent for a while. You'll see surrogates for Vice President Biden who will go out and will say the president is surrounding himself with people who get indicted, whatever happens, and Joe Biden doesn't do that. I think the president should be worried because not that I think that Bannon is necessarily going to spill beans on the president. There are plenty of beans out there already. But I think that the arrest of Bannon is just one more instance where we look at the corruption in the Trump administration. And it's one more instance where the Democrats can simply stand up and say, Joe Biden is a decent guy. Look who he surrounds himself with, right? Donald Trump isn't. Look who he surrounds himself with.